Okay, okay. I do not want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy. I've been in this business for a while, and I don't necessarily try to lean into the whole conspiracies, Illuminatis, yada, yada, yada. But I also don't dismiss it. I'm going to tell you guys a little story about a battle, and you guys tell me if I'm bugging or not. Once upon a time, there was a battle between what I'll call a commercially successful rapper versus a culturally successful rapper. These rappers used to sub each other for years until one day the culturally successful rapper decides to strike first, coming directly for the commercially successful rapper. And that would start off a chain of events which would lead to easily one of the biggest battles in hip-hop history. Now, you guys are probably thinking I'm talking about Drake versus Kendrick Lamar. And you would be wrong. I'm talking about Jay-Z versus Nas. See, when I saw this battle, let me backtrack. When I saw what Kendrick did with Like That, I said, why does this seem so familiar? No, this can't be. Let me see how this whole thing plays out. And to my surprise, this battle between Drake and Kendrick played out almost exactly like Jay-Z versus Nas. So I'm thinking to myself, is this a coincidence? Or is this a glitch in the hip-hop matrix? I don't know. I'm just going to present you guys with my observations and you tell me if I'm bugging or not. All right? So, again, when I'm talking about commercially successful rapper, of course I'm talking about Drake. When I'm talking about culturally successful rapper, of course I'm talking about Kendrick Lamar, right? So let's look at it. So, like I said, these two were subbing each other for years, right? And the culturally successful rapper decided to strike first, similar to the way Nas did. Nas struck first on his record Stillmatic, and Kendrick struck first blood on Like That. This got Drake's attention, and Drake decided, after a few days, I think it was, to respond to him. Okay? In I want to say a couple freestyles, maybe. I know he had the tailor-made freestyle, but for the sake of this here, I want to focus on Family Matters. So Family Matters is a record that I believe Drake thought that was going to, end this whole thing. He spent the first half of the song coming at other rappers, and then the last verse was dedicated to Kendrick. There was another rapper who did exactly that before Drake, Jay-Z. On the takeover, Jay spent the first two verses of that song coming at Mobb Deep and subbing somebody else, and then in the third verse he focused on Nas. And again, I think that Jay believed in that time that Takeover was going to be the one to stop everything. And as we know, Nas would drop Ether, similar in production to Kendrick coming back with Meet the Grams. Ether was dark, hard-hitting, disrespectful, in my opinion. And it really stopped any momentum that Jay had to really build with that record. Much the same way that Meet the Grams pretty much stopped any momentum that Drake was building with Family Matters. Not Like Us, to me, was just a victory lap. That wasn't, the song that ended it. What happened after that? Well, after that, the commercially successful rapper put out a scathing, disrespectful record that respectfully fell flat. Jay-Z with Super Ugly, and Drake with The Heart Part 6. And I'm watching this thing play out, and I'm like, am I tripping right now, or is this the exact same battle? Of course, there are differences here and there, but by and large, it's pretty accurate with what Jay and Nas did. Let's look at some of the key takeaways of what they discussed in that battle, right? Jay in Takeover, he made a point to say that Nas barely drops any music. That's what Drake was saying about Kendrick, right? Jay, in another record that was not in Takeover, but I'm going to count this because there were like a series of records. But I think in the Blueprint 2, where he was still sort of coming at Nas, pause, he says, "Is it Uchi Wally or is it one mic?" To me, this is like Drake saying, he's rapping like he's trying to free the slaves. Now, the difference here is, of course, in the delivery, Jay being a lot more culturally aware than Drake, right? And then to come back, Nas questions Jay's sexuality, right? But Kendrick brings up that, or he believes that Drake likes them young, right? Nas would question Jay's pen because of his use of Biggie's lyrics. Kendrick mentions Drake's ghostwriters. Then, fast forward, Jay gets disrespectful about Nas's ex, even mentioning his kid. Drake gets disrespectful about Kendrick's wife bringing up his kid, right? The similarities are crazy. I remember when Jay went on the radio to apologize or something like that. For the record, he mentioned his mom, I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, told him to apologize. Drake brought up his mom in the Family Matters record. Now, somebody that loves my mom, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I just thought the similarities were crazy, But let me know, am I bugging, or did history repeat itself here with Drake versus Kendrick being this generation's Jay-Z versus Nas? Let me know. Of course, like and subscribe, share this video far and wide. Let's get some conversation going. Am I bugging? Am I reaching? Or is there something here? You let me know. All right, peace.